Welcome to this video in the electronics series. We begin with the chapter 2, Principles of Electricity. Today's topic is electric charge. In this video, we shall have a brief introduction. We will learn what is a charge and what are its properties. What is electricity and what are its types. As you can see, the types are static electricity and current electricity. We will begin with the basics of the atom. In school, we have learned that the atom has three components: electrons, neutrons, and protons. There is a nucleus that is built of protons and neutrons, but the electrons revolve around the nucleus in several orbits. When it comes to charge, neutrons are electrically neutral. Protons are positively charged. Electrons possess negative charge. Electrons are held to the nucleus by some force which we call electrostatic force. When we talk about electricity, we talk about these electrons that jump out of their orbits. When they jump out of their orbits, they are called free electrons. What happens when protons are removed from the nucleus? Just look it up on the net. By definition, electric charge is a physical property. It is the property of matter that causes it to experience a force in an electromagnetic field. So there are two fields which we will discuss in the upcoming videos: the electric field and the magnetic field. And it is important to know that these two always coexist and are not totally independent. Properties of electric charge. The first property is also called the Coulomb's law. It states that like charges repel from each other. Property 2 is also part of the Coulomb's law, which states that opposite charges attract each other. Now, here you can see that there is an attraction and there is a repulsion. So, there is a force between these charges. Hold on to that thought. In property 3, it is called the additive law or the law of superimposition, which implies that the value of charge is integral. Property 4 states that electric charges always reside on the outer surface of the conductor. You may argue that what about the charges that are within the matter? That we shall discuss under static electricity. The property 5 is the law of conservation, which states that electric charges are conserved. They can neither be created nor destroyed, can only be transferred. And this transfer is either charging or discharging. So earlier we found that there is a force of attraction or repulsion between the charges. The person who gave us the means of calculating that force was Charles Augustin de Coulomb, who was a French physicist. In his honor, the SI unit of charge is named Coulomb. SI is the abbreviation for International System of Units. Now that we know the unit of charge, next question would be, what is the charge of an electron or a proton? Would it be 1 coulomb each? We'll see. Here, let me remind you that the electron and proton are exact opposites. So the magnitudes of charge will be the same, though their polarities are opposite. This is the value of charge of an electron: 1.60218 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. This is a value to remember throughout your life. What is electricity? Electricity is generally flow of charges. Now, there are two types of charges, positive and negative. So, which one actually flows? Physically, it is the flow of free electrons. You can see the red terminal, which is the positive terminal, and the black terminal, which is the negatively charged terminal. From the Coulomb's law, we know that opposite charges are attracted. So, the negatively charged electrons in the conductor material that is shown in green get attracted to the positive terminal and start moving. So, at the atomic level, the electrons from the outermost orbits start getting detached and start moving towards the positive terminal. This causes the flow of electricity, whose direction is along the yellow line. Okay, but as per convention, the opposite direction is taken for convenience. That is the direction along the blue line. Okay, where current is said to flow from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. So you can see how the electron keeps moving. We learned that there are two types of electricity. Okay, so just now we saw what happens when charges flow and generate electricity. But what if the charges are stationary? Can there still be electricity? Yes, it is called static electricity, which is an imbalance between charges, that is, between positive and negative charges. And it could be within a material or on the surface of a material or between materials. So essentially, we are talking about charges that exist on the surface and within the material. So with this, there are two types of static electricity. Volumetric static electricity, which is within the material, but it is not quite significant. Second type is surface static electricity, which exists on the surface. If you are a resident of Bangalore, you would have recently experienced this static electricity when you touched railings, cupboards, furniture, etc., and got mild tingling shocks. The other type of electricity is the current electricity, which is formed by the flow of charges constituting a current. So, you already learned the direction of this electric current previously in this video. To summarize, we learned what is a charge and its properties. Okay, charge is a physical property of matter that causes it to experience some force in the electromagnetic field. Like charges attract, unlike charges repel, charges are additive, and charges are conserved. SI unit of charge is coulomb, and charge of an electron is 1.60218 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. There are two types of electricity, static and current. In the next video, we will learn more about this current. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you appreciate the content in this video, please give it a like and please do share it with your friends so all are benefited. And if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will receive notifications when I post new videos.